Welcome one and all to the month of August. I'm FOX54's Kenny McCoy in for Kenesha Dees, and this is the Week in Review. And what a busy week it's been. Here's a look at what's ahead for you this half hour. Redstone Arsenal welcomes its first female garrison commander. We'll explore her career and learn why it's not her first big accolade. And Madison prepares to get its first Costco as the beams rise for the Warehouse Club. We'll look at how the expected influx of traffic will affect an already compacted Highway 72. And a fresh set of eyes take over our Unzipped series. Gabe Glassman takes on the role of North Alabama's newbie as he begins to explore downtown Huntsville. Our big story this week, however, is back to school season. And as class bells begin to ring throughout the Tennessee Valley, here's a look at our reporting, including interviews with district leaders, safety precautions for you and your family, and celebrations bringing an end to the summer break.
Huntsville Police put on their monthly family fun night at the Dr. Robert Sherney Legacy Center in North Huntsville. HPD's North Precinct celebrating the end of summer break before kids head back to school. Our Simon Williams has the story.
Not even a little rain could drown out Huntsville Police's end of summer family fun night. Little ones worked up an appetite on the play set, had some burgers flipped by Huntsville Police's Michael Tucker. And on a humid day like today, nothing hits the spot like a snow cone.
Blue raspberry, pink lemonade. It feels good.
Pink lemonade, blue raspberry, and strawberry. That, it can cool you down.
The event marked the end of the summer for the kids. It also fosters better community relations for the Huntsville Police Department.
A lot of times the only time we get to deal with the public is in a crisis. It's just kind of nice to hit the reset button, get out and just have a good time and just have casual conversation with the community.
HPD hopes to have these family fun nights once a month. As part of an outreach effort the department says they want to improve on.
I think overall we could do a lot better where officers kind of come in with the community even early on, talking to students in school and just throwing community events to where the members of the community can just kind of reconnect and get to know their local officers and just start building those relationships early.
If you couldn't snag a snow cone this time around, there's always next month. Be on the lookout for August's date and time, which is still to be determined. In Huntsville, Simon Williams, FOX54 News.
This was a scene in Hazel Green earlier today for the 12th annual School Rocks Backpack Giveaway. Over 250 backpacks were dished out to students ready to start the upcoming school year. We spoke to officials about how these events make such an impact in the community. Take a listen.
You don't want those kids that are not have everything they need to go back. So just us being able to kind of help out and to provide those things they need is great. I mean, they'll be ready for the first day.
And during the big event, a big surprise. One random student was selected as the Golden Ruler winner. On top of a backpack full of school supplies, they were given a $100 gift card to purchase even more resources and also won their school a $1,000 Amazon wishlist buyout. Congratulations to them and their school.
Well, Huntsville City school students are back in the class this week. But what does that mean for drivers? Our Gabe Glassman talks about school zone safety.
As students head back to class, drivers need to keep their eyes on the road.
Coming out of summertime and into the school year, people need to realize that school zones are going to be active in the morning and the afternoon.
Speeding, among other concerns, is what Officer David Broom says they'll be checking for.
We're going to be looking to make sure that you're informed, that you're driving according to all the laws in traffic zones, driving the speed limit, not being distracted by things like cell phones, following the laws as far as when crossing guards tell you to stop and tell you to go.
The Transportation Research Board says 25,000 kids are injured every year while walking to and from school, 100 of which end up dead, all as a result of speeding cars.
The biggest importance is to get kids and teachers to and from school safely.
When it comes to speeding in school zones,
they can and they will be pulled over. We do have a zero tolerance policy in school zones.
If commuters are in a rush, HPD recommends finding alternate routes to avoid congestion. If you find yourself having to drive through a school zone, officials want you to obey the posted speed limit. In Huntsville, I'm Gabe Glassman, FOX54 News.
And today I caught up with the superintendent of North Alabama's largest school district, Huntsville City School Superintendent Dr. Clarence Sutton. He gives us a look ahead as he enters year 2 in his role.
Dr. Sutton, it's great to see you again.
Well, thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Thank you for having us. 1 year in the books, right?
1 year in the books. Ready for year 2.
ready for year two. The last time, I think it was around this time last year, we welcomed you into the new role as superintendent. How has that been for you?
The first year was very exciting. We accomplished a lot from starting our first virtual school to the $600 million capital plan. And of course, student achievement is always the goal, from getting an A on the graduation rate and career college readiness rate to 89% of our third graders pass the test the first time, to summer programs, to partnerships. A very effective and exciting first year.
Yes, speaking of which, I know shortly after our interview, you mentioned the Career Tech, and there was a partnership with Toyota Alabama. So any updates on that? How's that going?
We're entering our second year with the partnership with Toyota, our Driving Possibilities grant. Two parts. First, we're building our new Career Tech Center. As you can see it rising up now, we'll be in next summer, where we have industrial maintenance there. They're helping us with the programming, the curriculum, and even the instructor. But we also have a mentoring program for our teachers.
My next question, one of our reporters spoke with Councilman Devin Keith last week, who shared 7 schools within Northwest Huntsville were on the failing list for 2023.
I think it's a miscommunication of the definition. We have no failing schools in Huntsville City Schools. Since 2015, they ruled failing schools based on a report card. We have no failing schools in Huntsville City Schools. Now, what we do have priority schools, which is a new definition, just started last year. So a lot of people had the definitions confused. We have priority schools. Now, priority schools, they included any school to receive a D or an F. We have 0 Fs in Huntsville City Schools. The priority thing is, like, we put a focus in those schools, so they get a math coach, they get a reading coach. So what it allows us to do is put more resources, not only from us, from the state of Alabama, to those schools.
When and how the Teacher Bill of Rights would be implemented in the school district?
Actually, it starts this year. We actually worked on training last week, trained administrators. We work on training teachers this week, as they welcome back yesterday. Really, it's empowering teachers, but it's our job to support teachers while supporting students. We want students in the classroom engaged, but there are some behaviors that we're addressing. We have a plan to work on classroom management. We have a plan to communicate with parents. Again, we'll be going to community. I have to discuss the plan with the parents. We're asking parents to talk to their students about cutting down behaviors in the classroom, where they can really work on that, on their student achievement, where they can work on their assignments.
Thank you so much. That's it for me. Did you have anything else you wanted to add?
No, I just thank you for your time. We're very excited for the school year. We're asking the community to support us as we support their students, and let's move Huntsville forward.
Excellent. Thank you, Dr. Sutton.
Yeah, we talk a little bit more about Columbia High School, cell phone use in schools, and more of what Superintendent Dr. Sutton is expecting in year 2 of his role. For these web exclusives, visit FOX54.com. A first-of-its-kind program here in North Alabama this fall. Limestone County Schools starts a new program to help out working parents. An employee child care program launched today at Piney Chapel. The school district says the goal is to give affordable child care for employees and help with recruitment and retention efforts.
When Piney Chapel merged with Elkmont into the brand new Elkmont school this year, it was important for us and for the community to keep Piney Chapel open. You can bring your child ages 1 through 4 for, while you're at work, and it's at a reduced rate than what daycare costs in the area.
Chapel Early Learning Academy is open Monday through Friday from 6:30 each morning until 4 in the afternoon, and it's open any day that teachers have to work. Tonight marks 10 months since the shooting death of Steve Perkins by a Decatur police officer, and frustrations between Decatur City Council members and the community remain high. Residents have been vocal about Mayor Tat Bowling, who was not there tonight, and Decatur Police Chief Todd Pinion resigning. The community also asked for a liaison to bridge the gap between the Decatur Police Department and citizens. One resident who shared her background in education and social psychology questioned Councilmember Hunter Pepper about his reaction to her inquiry about doing just that. Take a listen.
I am a solution-oriented person. And as I saw a post on Facebook for the recruitment of police officers, I commented offering my help to provide professional development to help bridge the gap between the police department and the community. Why did Councilman Pepper laugh? Does he think this is a joke?
Another person referenced the recent high-profile shooting of Sonia Massey by an Illinois deputy. She touched on the stark contrast between how the city of Springfield handled the incident compared to the city of Decatur regarding Steve Perkins.
Our city was not like Springfield, Illinois. Their city leaders and police immediately spoke out against this man and what he had done. But our city, most of our city officials didn't do their job and then tried to cover up for their buddies that were in the system.
Strong sentiments from the community. Well, last week, the Decatur Personnel Board delayed the appeal hearings for 4 Decatur police officers who were on the scene the night Steve Perkins was shot and killed. The board set a new deadline of January 22nd of next year for the officers to notify in writing whether they intend to move forward with the appeal process.
Now, another hot zip code on Unzipped, sponsored by ValleyMLS.com.
It's time to unzip a new part of the Tennessee Valley. This month, we're keeping it in the downtown Huntsville area. Our Gabe Glassman is helping us unzip the 35801.
Today, we are unzipping 35801, also known as downtown Huntsville. It comes with a massive history lesson. This area dates back over 200 years.
We're lucky, all these wonderful homes going back to the early 1800s. Many of them have been preserved and they're tourist attractions. People come to look at them.
But the area has come a long way.
Downtown Huntsville is the original home of where the city of Huntsville was founded.
Visitors and residents can treat themselves to attractions like the Lowry House, Hillian Lodge, and Maple Hill Cemetery.
Tourism has become a great industry for the city of Huntsville.
But it is certainly not all doom and gloom downtown. Over its history, Huntsville has turned itself into one of the fastest growing cities in the United States.
We have the second largest research park in the entire country here in the city of Huntsville. Huntsville was the city that literally put the man on the moon.
This zip code is also home to several events for the area to enjoy, from weekly concerts in Big Spring Park to hockey with the Huntsville Havoc. The SPHL team plays their home games at Probst Arena. But even with business booming, downtown still gives residents a slice of where they come from.
We're a big city, but still we have that homey feel, and I think that's a good thing to have. A lot of great restaurants are located downtown, so a lot of good things I feel happy about.
From restaurants to concerts, it's safe to say downtown Huntsville is a great place for anyone to live for another 200 years and beyond.
That kind of shows that Huntsville has its heart in the right place. I'm just excited about our future downtown.
With your Unzipped, I'm Gabe Glassman.
Another major retailer filed for bankruptcy this past week, but yet there's some confusion as to whether or not it would affect locations in North Alabama. Conn's Home Plus filed for Chapter 11 protection on July 23rd, and media reports initially suggested between 70 and 85 stores would close, and Huntsville's store on University was not among them. The FOX54 verified team reached out to the liquidator, who confirmed for us that all Conn's owned stores in the 13 states it operates will indeed be closing by October 31st. That includes the store located on University Drive. They also told us clearance sales have begun in all stores as well as online. This closure affects all North Alabama locations of the Badcock Home Furniture and More chain, which Conn's acquired just this past December. Industry magazine Furniture Today says store fixtures and equipment will also be sold off as part of the liquidation. Conn's was delisted from the NASDAQ stock exchange earlier this month after missing payments to creditors. If you've driven past the Cliff Farm area in Madison lately, you've probably noticed some new developments underway in that area. A new Costco is one of them. And with a name that big, you might expect even more traffic in an already congested area. Our Jasmine Bird spoke with developers and city leaders about those concerns.
Well, dirt is moving right here in the Cliff Farm area because a new development is on the way, and that new development is Costco Wholesale. I spoke with the District 4 Madison County Commissioner earlier today, and he says this Costco will be a central location between Athens and Huntsville, providing local residents with their everyday essential needs.
For retail now, Costco's going to come bring us the great bargains that they have, the warehouse selections that they have, and a great place that everybody enjoys to go and get their supplies, get their meats, get their whatever they need there.
In the midst of all the excitement, District 4 Madison County Commissioner Phil Vandiver says traffic jams in the area are also a major concern.
That's already congested to start with. So we know that we're doing a traffic study that's going to tell us what we need to do inside of Cliff Farms to work to make it better. Once we get all that back and get all that implemented, you know, we feel like that's going to be a step in the right direction.
Reeling Company spokesman Joey Cece says they've also made other accommodations.
We've added an additional lane on Highway 72 to carry more traffic through here. We've upgraded all of the intersections right here. We've added 2 major thoroughfares through Cliff Farm to help take traffic off of the Wall Triana 72 intersection and the Balch Road 72 intersection.
The new Costco is also expected to bring great revenue to the local school districts.
4% of it goes to the state. 1% of it is basically divided up between Madison County and Madison City. They used to be the same system, so when they split, they organized and made sure that that tax dollar was split between the number of students in each district. And then there's a half-cent sales tax that is split 3 ways between Huntsville, Madison, and Madison County on a per student ratio.
Right, you typically have happy thoughts when you see balloons. Tonight, people will release balloons in remembrance of a hit-and-run victim. This was the scene over at Phillips CME Church earlier tonight. The community gathered for a call to action in remembrance of Marquez Williams. He died in a hit-and-run incident back in April. Marquez's mother, LaVonda, says she hopes this event can bring more awareness to the situation.
I'm hoping that if we all, the community, business, come together, that we can make some kind of change where this accident will never happen again.
It's not the only instance that happened in this particular area, so we're just trying to bring awareness to what's going on.
My emotions, they are everywhere. It's not one day since he's been gone that a memory or something that reminds me of him that makes me cry.
LaVonda tells FOX54 she hasn't received an update from Huntsville Police Department in months, and she's sent several emails but no response. Today, Marquez would have been 30. I got the chance to meet with some of Huntsville's finest foodies today as they kick off Culinary Month here in the Rocket City. The Convention and Visitors Bureau met up with local social media influencers, bloggers, and podcasters to highlight what restaurants have to offer on their menus all month long, plus why Huntsville has become a food destination.
That is my favorite part of coordinating this event each year, is seeing how things have changed and grown and seeing the introduction of new types of food into our community.
Huntsville is growing. It's not just a little spot of a southern town. You know, it's becoming a great city, and it has so much to offer, and having these special events helps promote all the different things and wonderful conventions and things that Huntsville can offer.
All right, and Culinary Month comes with a week filled of deals and specials. It's called Huntsville Restaurant Week. Here's a look at the dates. It starts next Friday and goes until August 18th. For more information and special Rocket City Dish Pass, just visit our website at fox54.com. Well, there's a new fire station in town. Huntsville Fire and Rescue opened their new fire station in West Huntsville. The goal, to boost safety and services to the community. The almost 7,000 square foot station will feature 9 bedrooms, an exercise room, laundry room, and so much more. Chief Howard McFarland says the new location of the station will ensure a faster response time to residents.
With one engine, it's got a captain, driver, 3 firefighters on it, and they respond to any emergencies in the city of Huntsville in this area out here, and we'll have a really fast response time.
We have not yet figured out how to fight fires remotely. We got to actually be there in person with the equipment, with the training, with the knowledge to get the work done.
A new U.S. Army garrison commander has made it to the Rocket City. A bit of history being made after more than 8 decades. Our Jasmine Bird was there for the change in commands and tells us why Colonel Erin Ike says her experience makes her the right woman for the job.
Redstone Arsenal has seen a lot of firsts, and today, another.
1 August 2024. Signed, Colonel Erin N. Ike, Signal Commanding.
Colonel Erin Ike taking command Thursday morning, the first woman to hold the top position at Redstone, but hardly her first big achievement. Throughout her career, she has held staff and command positions. Now she's excited to be a part of the team at Redstone, shaping the future of innovation.
Redstone is not just a place of history, but a place where history is made.
Speaking of history, it's been a long time coming for a woman to take command here. Colonel Ike breaks the barrier after 83 years. That's how long Redstone Arsenal has been waiting for a woman at the helm.
You know, I'm never surprised when our Army picks a woman for a position like this.
Chris McBride is an aide to the Army Secretary for the region and says leaders inspire, no matter the gender.
And so it's really neat to see a woman in this position so that she can show young women what they can do with hard work and the positions that they can achieve as well. So I'm excited to have her here.
Colonel Ike says now that she is here, focusing on the garrison mission is her priority.
I'm excited about the community partnerships that we have with the surrounding area. I think that's one of the things that makes Redstone so unique, and it really builds and adds to the mission set here.
And she believes that her years of training have well prepared her for this moment.
My background is a signal corps, and that's technology related. And we do a lot of varying missions with the Signal Corps, and I think that prepares me really well to be a garrison commander.
A job that will keep her plenty busy, working with the 4-Star Army Material Command, NASA's Marshall Space Flight Center, the FBI, and other federal units. In Huntsville, Jasmine Bird, FOX54 News.
Huntsville Mayor Tommy Battle, along with other city leaders, announced a multi-year project with the goal of keeping Huntsville clean. Hashtag Litter Free Huntsville is a new initiative aimed to keep trash off the streets. Residents can call the Green Team to report people who are littering or even if they see trash on the street. President of Huntsville City Council urges public to take care of the city they live in.
Huntsville's a great town. Everybody knows that. As we say, we're the Star of Alabama, but you drive down our roadways and you see litter, it's just unsightly. And, you know, I know it's going to be addressed, but, you know, we got visitors that might be here for a long weekend. You know, we want them to see and enjoy clean roads and public spaces.
All right, if you happen to see illegal dumping or just notice trash on the road, call 53 Clean and the Green Team will respond to the site. As many of you may already figured out, the music scene in Huntsville has become a big part of the city's identity. And our Gabe Glassman was at Campus 805 to catch up with music officials at the city's annual quarterly meetup.
Thanks, Ken. We are here at St. Stephen's Music Hall at Campus 805 for Huntsville Music Office's quarterly monthly meetup. It is a great opportunity for local musicians to come, network, and connect with each other. But I also talked to Huntsville Music Officer Matt Mandrella. I talked to him about how incredibly important to have events like this for musicians in North Alabama.
It gives everybody a chance to connect with each other. It gives everybody a chance to connect with myself and members of the music board. And most importantly, it puts people in the creative community connecting with each other to spawn new ideas and keep the creative juices flowing in our Huntsville area.
And can I also talk to Matt Mandrella about the upcoming South Star Music Festival? He tells me it is so incredibly hard to contain his excitement. He also tells me he is a huge Blink-182 fan. They'll be making a trip to North Alabama. Gwen Stefani, Ludacris, Jimmy Eat World. It is going to be a great weekend at the end of September. But for now, Ken, we're going to have to wait. I'm going to send it back to you at the desk in the meantime.
In Decatur, a routine cleaning of a cemetery on the Calhoun Community College campus led to the discovery of a Civil War-era grave site. Calhoun Community College, along with local community leaders and historians, held a ceremony to unveil a new headstone for Private Hiram Matthews, a U.S. colored troop soldier. Private Matthews was born in Limestone County around 1846 and was enslaved by the Matthews family. He would eventually enlist in the Union Army, where he would become a part of the Battle of Nashville.
His gravesite has been on this site since 1895. So people have walked by, driven by, but never took notice until John Gaines in the field trip took notice and mentioned it. So it was like hiding in plain sight.
All right, the gravestone, now adorned with decorative fence and river rock, was funded through private donations at to the Calhoun Foundation. The Marshall County school system is encouraging employees to further their education thanks to a new partnership. Reach University gives current employees the opportunity to further their education. The requirement is they must spend at least 15 hours per week in an academic setting with students. Director Heath Grimes talks about how this will be great for Marshall County educators.
Knowing that this is something that has an opportunity to benefit Marshall County and Marshall County employees, I'm thrilled that Reach can help serve that gap, but also to have Marshall County as a partner, because I know they're going to do big things with the program and showcase what Reach can do for you.
This partnership will open doors for staff needing flexibility and even for those looking to complete their education. Right, well, it's been a summer of sports here in the Rocket City. According to Huntsville Sports Commission, more than $6 million in economic impact have come from just 6 sporting events over the last 5 weeks. The U.S. Table Tennis Nationals, which was the final stop for athletes before heading to the Paris Olympics, generated $1.8 million. National championships for Tiger Rock Martial Arts and the USTA Girls Clay Court Nationals produced over $2 million. Other high economic impact events include the USA Swimming Futures Championship and the American Junior Golf Association's annual Huntsville Championship. We spoke to Joel Lamp with the Huntsville-Madison County Convention and Visitors Bureau about what makes Huntsville a premier place for events like these.
And when people come here, the NCAA, whether it's the NCAA, it's the USA Table Tennis, they are able to see that Huntsville is special and has something really intriguing to bring for an event standpoint.
Get Fox 54 Plus for Roku and Fire TV. Watch local newscasts live or on your schedule, plus exclusive specials like Weekend Review, a recap of the week's top stories. Fox 54 Plus, live, local, and always on.
I'm meteorologist Emily Owen with a word about WeatherWise. If you've ever wondered about how the weather works the way that it does, you'll want to watch my new digital-only series, Emily Explains. I'll share the science behind the wonders that come along with all types of weather we experience in the Tennessee Valley, as well as North America. Watch for new episodes of Emily Explains on Fox 54 Plus and fox54.com.
For the 3rd year in a row, the Fox 54 weather team was awarded Weather Rate's most accurate forecast in the Tennessee Valley. Accuracy counts, and you can count on Chief Meteorologist Jordan Dressman and Emily Owen, certified as the most accurate weather forecast in the Tennessee Valley. Get Fox 54 Plus for Roku and Fire TV. Watch local newscasts live or on your schedule, plus exclusive specials like Weekend Review, a recap of the week's top stories. Fox 54 Plus, live, local, and always on.
That's it for this edition of Week in Review. Remember, we're on Fridays following Fox 54 News and Saturdays and Sundays at 8 a.m., noon, and 6 p.m. on Fox 54 Plus. For headlines anytime, be sure to download the Fox 54 mobile app. For now, I'm Ken McCoy. See you next time.